Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here we are at the Greening the Desert project. It's amazing how can you see with permaculture, how can we turn this absolute desert, dry, arid land into this. A green oasis, a green paradise in the middle of the desert. This is what we can do with permaculture for humanitarian aid, real, sustainable, smart, ethical humanitarian aid projects. And here I am also with my teacher, my sheikh in permaculture, Jeff Lawton. I'm grateful to for teaching me all these life design sciences, necessary sciences, for, not only for humanitarian aid, it's for the whole world. And we are doing this together, Muslim Aid Australia and PRI, Permaculture Research Institute, with Jeff Lawton, inshallah, fixing the world side by side, project by project.
So here we are in Wadi Rum at the organic oasis. It's coming up to 5 years old and the fruit trees are producing pretty well. We've got peaches, we've got plums, we've got citrus, we've got grapes coming into flower, we've got pomegranate flowering, we've got figs, we've got apricots, and we've got dates. And those are just the ones I can see here. And this is a landscape that's extremely dry, and yet the swells are hydrating the fruit trees. And our drip irrigation's working in the cropland, so there's quite good vegetables and fruit. It's kind of a test case that proves we can put a sustainable system together for anybody, anywhere, and really make life better for people and teach people how to do this. It's your first time here, isn't it?
Yes, my first time here to come. And Jeff, so we can replicate this for every orphanage that we sponsor, every school for kids or disadvantaged people. We can have such a site that provides sustainable, ethical provision for them.
Definitely. I mean, this site is working on a large industrial agricultural farm as a bit of a test case, and they haven't followed all my instructions to the letter, but I think this proves that if we actually go through with this and really develop it because we want to develop it, we put all the little subtle extras in, this will turn into a paradise, and a permanent paradise. And that's the thing we need to show people. We can make aid sustainable and people can look after themselves.
And Jeff, if we could do this in such a very harsh climate, such an arid, dry desert, you can do it anywhere.
Literally anywhere. If you can do it here, you can do it anywhere. I mean, this desert is only, it gets only 70 millimeters of rain a year. It gets quite frosty in winter because we're a bit of a long way inland, and there's no animals involved here. There's not an integration of animals. The manure and the compost is brought in, but we can integrate animals through this. This can be all part of a knowledge system which we can teach people wherever they live to put their particular style of system in.
So let's see other parts of the park.
Yeah. So here we have our mulch trees. These are our fertilising trees in this particular site. These are cut. You can see their previous cuts. They've been cut and dropped as fertiliser, and their roots drop nitrogen. We need more of these in all the agricultural systems because this is free fertiliser, free function.
An essential element in every design.
It's part of the mechanics of an ecosystem, how it mechanically functions. So we just copy the natural system and bring it up in our direction so we get fruit and food as a function, byproduct, that's all. So here we have grape going up over the trellis, and the trellis is over the swale, and the swale's flooded at the moment, and that water's going to soak into the fruit trees, but it makes a nice scene in the desert to be next to the water.
Imagine a flooded swale in the middle of the desert. How amazing is this? You know, one thing, I thought that this weeds grows a lot in my backyard back in Sydney, but then here you can learn how to eat them.
And it took a fellow countryman to tell you.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, there's food all around us really. and there's volunteer food here. So there's vegetables you can grow, and there's vegetables that grow themselves. And we need to teach children this sort of things, because they'll definitely find it all interesting. Well, that's quite a scene, considering we're in one of the driest deserts in the Middle East. I think it kind of says it all. It's a bit of a testament shot, isn't it?
See how carefully it is designed? It's not just digging swale and putting some trees randomly. Everything here is really well thought of. That's permaculture. Protracted, thoughtful observation as opposed to protracted, thoughtless labor. Everything is well designed.
This is springtime and the grapes are starting to flush. If you're here in midsummer, it would just be a green corridor here with grapes hanging down.
Yeah, it's already started to come.
Yeah.
You can see them.
You could actually wade through the water while you're picking grapes, you know, floating them in a basket. That'd be a nice shot. You come back and do that
As
one.
if we're in Thailand or...
We can have a paradise anywhere. It's really just following the planet, nature's plan. It's the Creator's plan. It's a creation. The plan of creation has it all laid out for us. We just have to harmonise with that plan, and an abundance starts to manifest itself, really. We're facilitating a creative event, that's all.
See how the grapes are shading the swale here to reduce the evaporation. Everything is well designed. This is permaculture. This is design science.